Donald Trump is losing it as former President Barack Obama ready to end Donald Trump's term to help Democrats get enough seats in the House of Representatives to impeach Donald Trump and making Trump absolutely terrified. And so Donald Trump is terrified because former President Obama has been leading the Vote Yes campaign in response to Trump gerrymandering these MAGA Republican states across the country.
I'll tell you, we have Mike Johnson's done a great job. But we're always fighting against this. The one thing the Democrats do, they stick together, even on really horrible policy. I always say they impeached me, and they had no right to impeach me. And they did it like in nobody even knew it was going to happen. Well, it's terrible. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. It's so unfair. They even say it's unfair. They say, oh, they'll do it once, and they'll go back to what it was.
Hi guys, how's it going, everybody? Good. Is it going good? Yeah. How you doing? Hey, what's your names, guys? Sasha, I have a Sasha.
Details about how far Trump went to make sure his academic record stayed hidden at his high school, the New York Military Academy. When Trump was a teenager, his bones hadn't spurred yet. He was a late spurrer. Now, 8 years ago, the headmaster at the academy was ordered to find Trump's academic records and help bury them. If a reporter tried to find out if Trump ever learned to read, write, or spell, there would be no smoking gun. Donald Trump challenged President Barack Obama to show his records, prove that he hadn't been a terrible student. This happens over and over again. Everything Trump accuses other people of, he's guilty of himself. Oh my God! Trump was born in Kenya. Apparently Trump's friends, who were alumni of the school and rich guys, they wanted the school superintendent to give them Trump's records, but he moved them elsewhere on campus. Ladies and gentlemen, somewhere out there, this trove of priceless report cards awaits the bold adventurer. Who knows what treasures it might contain? Maybe even his 10th grade essay, Who I Did on My Summer Vacation.
All this as his overall approval rating sits at just 39% right now.
Donald Trump in America is unpopular.
Unpopular. You're deeply unpopular. Dictators make you smile. So does this pedophile. You tweet racist memes and make children scream with your hideous corpse-like hand. Historically unpopular. So let's start turning your poll numbers around.
And in early 2026, he held up something that had been sitting in a deceased professor's estate, untouched for 58 years.
Take a poll right now and it'll show that Americans think Trump is the stupidest politician to ever walk the face of the earth. Take another poll and you'll also find that JD is the most smug politician. Well, now the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops just formally announced that JD Vance is both smug and stupid.
The guy on CBS is what a lowlife. What a lowlife. I mean, honestly, are these people funny? I mean, this guy on CBS.
Hey, Mr. President, I will not stand here and let you talk that way about James Corden. He is very talented. Have you seen his carpool karaoke with Paul McCartney?
That's why he didn't say my name. You say my name 3 times there and I appear.
Great. Small talk over. Let's talk about Epstein. Okay. The most powerful man in the world is blocking information about a cabal of the rich, the famous, and the royal, befriending a con man who regularly flies off in his private plane to his private island or do super illegal sex stuff.
Donald Trump's final exam from a business ethics class at Wharton, spring 1968, D. Not a transcript. Not a grade report. The actual exam booklet. Blue cover, 14 pages, answered in blue ballpoint pen, with questions about corporate responsibility, fiduciary duty, and truth in advertising. The professor was Dr. William Evan, who taught at Wharton from 1964 to 1989. Before he died, he placed the exam in a manila folder labeled in red marker, D. Trump, spring 1968. Capped. Not filed away. Not discarded. Capped. Years later, his daughter found it while going through his papers. What made her stop was the note clipped to the front page. On page 9, the question read, "An executive's primary duty is to shareholders, employees, truth, or all equally. Defend your answer." Trump's handwritten answer was blunt. Shareholders only. Truth is what you can prove. Ethics is what you can afford after profit. Employees and truth are secondary to financial return. At the bottom, the professor wrote in red pen, "This answer disqualifies you from understanding the entire course. D-. See me immediately. Trump never came. 6 weeks later, he graduated anyway. But the professor kept the exam because of what he wrote in the note. I fear he meant every word. This is not a failure to understand ethics. This is a belief system. That line hit harder than any punchline, because it did not sound like a student misunderstanding a class. It sounded like a warning. Shareholders only. Truth as a technicality. Ethics after profit. That was not just a wrong answer on a test. It was a young Donald Trump writing down a philosophy he would carry for decades, through bankruptcies, unpaid contractors, Trump University, and a career where truth often looked like a cost to be managed. Colbert placed the exam page beside a clip of Trump saying, "I've always put people first. That's what I learned at Wharton." Then Colbert said, he learned the opposite at Wharton. He wrote it down. His professor read it, and his professor kept it because he knew. The handwriting has not been independently authenticated, but the family says the exam came from Dr. Evans' personal files, along with documentation of his teaching record. The folder did not say evidence. It did not say for publication. It simply said kept. For 58 years, one professor held on to a bad exam answer because he believed it revealed something deeper. He was not grading a mistake. He was documenting a warning. The ink did not fade just because the writer became president.